Well, the camera cut out again. Anyway, vet bills, golden retrievers and vet bills. Calvin here, wonderful boy. He's been at the vet a lot, a lot. He's been at the vet more than any of them. And he's got an allergy problem with his ears, itching ears. And he's gotten 2 hematomas in the last couple of years. And each hematoma was, I don't think 13 to, with pills is $1,500 a pop. So, around 3,000 just and it's a tiny little, like 6-minute surgery. Yeah, I read that. It takes 6 minutes and I got super irritated. They should have left that out. Anyways, yeah. So if they have, a lot of dogs have allergies and itching. And when they start itching their ear, they rupture the ear, they make it bleed, and then they start shaking their head. It ruptures the blood vessels, which internally starts bleeding, causing a hematoma. It balloons up and it's all deformed. And then some kids over there. And then they start scratching that and it gets so bad. So we had to take him in to get 2 surgeries. Actually, it would have been 3, but I learned how to drain the ear by myself with a syringe and some numbing cream because even to drain it, if they can't do the surgery right away, it costs like $300 just to drain it, which it comes back in 2 days. We had to do that like a few days before Christmas. And yeah, they drained it and, whatever. I can do that. I'm not saying I'm a vet or anything. Don't do anything that you shouldn't do. But sometimes if you have 3 Goldens, and it can get extremely expensive for the most minor things, especially since after the pandemic's ended. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but vet bills have gone sky high because they're all commercialized now. And getting a female spade is like $1,200. We got Rosie spaded in 2022 for $280. Yeah, we got 10 puppies vaccinated it was under 300, microchip too. Wait a second. Yeah, it was like 3 something. It wasn't even $400 because I remember going, wow, it's not even 400 for 10 puppies to get checked up, like a checkup, like make sure they're okay. Microchipped, dewormed. That's cheap, man. I remember going there with my van and a huge box of puppies, and I walked in there and I felt like a celebrity. It was crazy. Everybody was rushing. Oh my God, pictures. And yeah, it was crazy. There's a lot of peeing on the floor in that office. So vet bills are a problem and they can bury most people. And if you have to talk about surgeries, it can be in the thousands to 10, like 5, 8, $10,000. If they get hit by a car, they break a leg. So you have to be really aware of that before you get a golden retriever because they are prone to lipomas, they're prone to cancer, they're prone to hip problems, hip dysplasia, arthritis, being overweight, and that causing more problems in their legs. Calvin is a little bit overweight. After we got him fixed, after our last run of puppies, we got him fixed, and he put on a lot of weight. We're not going to fix the baby because I believe there's something that happened back in the day that everybody just started fixing their animals. Like it's like no dog has balls anymore. Thing was noticed. And if you have control over your dogs and you have a proper yard, you shouldn't have to worry about like them getting pregnant or impregnating another person's dog. If you don't have control of your dog and you're taking it out and it's in heat and you let it go, well, I would say that's the owner's fault. But I heard Joe Rogan talking about this before, and I totally agree with him that it does change their personality. So I didn't know much change. Like I didn't really notice much change in ours, but it can. Like if you have an aggressive dog and you neuter them, they can get less aggressive. But golden retrievers are different. So I'm talking about goldens. But anyway, so the end of the story here is if you're thinking about getting a golden retriever, you gotta take into account the vet bills because you're going to visit the vet. I remember one time he ate something. He was pretty young and he was pooping out blood. And next thing you know, it took him to the vet and it was $1,200. And, he just pooped it out. I mean, it was something really pretty minor. but you don't really know sometimes. Like sometimes they could eat a sock. See, they don't do this type of things. When they were puppies, a little bit, yeah. I would find something like they chewed my cell phone cord. Rosie was chewing the drywall and the baseboards off the walls. She was a bad puppy, I'm telling you right now. Like I was actually calling the breeder. I was going to surrender her because it was so bad. But it got better. But you just have to be careful because you can't leave stuff out. You got to puppyize your house and make it puppy proof. Put everything that they can get into away before you get them. Understand they're going to shed. Understand they're going to get into things, and have a room for them where you don't have to worry. And that's about all I have to say. Really, is just really taking into account vet bills, though, especially these days. We have to give Calvin Aproquil. It's a allergy pill, and it's only made by one company. There's no generic brand. It's $398 for 100 pills. We got to get it every month and a half. It's super expensive, and it's the only thing that works. We've tried everything, so sometimes it's frustrating, but you just got to be aware of it, and especially before you get one, because if you're kind of scraping by and you get a golden and something happens, you're going to be in trouble, right? So you max out your credit card or something. But anyways, that's about all I have for today. Thought I would just make this to add on to the other one. See you later.